Welcome back to the channel, just me today, and we're going to be talking about the strategy that we've been using to get more engagement on every single post, specifically more comments and DMs to increase our ranking in the algorithm. And the best part, it's all automated. Let's dive in. So how does Instagram automation work? So as I mentioned, we've been using this strategy for the past few months and it's been just working so well for us. And you may have seen recently that the head of Instagram, Adam Mosseri, he mentioned that the platform have been getting more traction on stories and on DMs than any other facet of the platform. And we actually talked about that in detail on this video here. So I would highly recommend you go and check that out. Now, we knew that DMs were already super important, but we didn't know how important and how concrete that was until he broke it down in that video. The automation tool that we use to generate more comments and DMs is Manychat. Now, that's a platform that millions of companies all across the world, some of the biggest brands and creators have been using to amplify their sales process, and it's genuinely incredible. We recently did a video that you can watch right here on how to use ads with Manychat to generate more leads and more DMs, which is super key. And we had a lot of great feedback on that, and we've been using that a lot ourselves. But we figured now we should give you an organic way to use Manychat on your regular organic posts that don't have ads, because not everybody is ready to dive into the world of ads. It's a whole sort of other level. So we figured there'd be some value into going into the more organic side of what you can do with automation. Essentially, Manychat allows you to set up something called flows, which are a series of actions, triggers, logic, and then subsequent actions, which can then dictate a desired outcome. So for example, you may have seen and may not have known it, but we've been using Manychat on the high season Instagram account. So we might post something about a specific topic. Maybe it's to watch our latest video on Instagram's newest updates and features. So what we would do in the caption of our post, we would say, comment down below the word updates, and then we'll send you that video directly. The reason we're doing this is to avoid the friction of actually asking somebody to go and click the link in the bio. A lot of the times people aren't going to do it, but if all they have to do is comment something and they're going to get it direct in their inbox, then who wouldn't do that? So people can go into the comments and they can comment the word updates or any word that you choose. And then we can set up a DM that automatically goes to them to say, hey, I heard you're interested in our newest Instagram updates video. You can watch it right here. And you send them the link and they've got that in their inbox and they're really good to go. And that can lead to so many other things, different conversations. They might have questions now that they have you. Even though it's a bot, we actually monitor our inbox very regularly. We can see if people ask a follow-up question. So it's a phenomenal tool to get people from seeing a post and then taking them to the DMs on their terms and then starting a whole other conversation, which could lead to anything. You can also automate the DMs with like a flow of questions that you can just tap a little bubble and they can follow a series like of yes or no questions and take them through a whole process, or you can just leave it at that and you can just have an organic conversation. So how do you get more people to comment and then DM you? So in order to do that, you primarily need somebody to want something from you, and that thing would probably need to be free. So there's a whole bunch of different things that you can offer to get people to comment. For example, I just said before, a video, we want people to watch the whole video. So that is something that's free for us, free for them to watch, and they're able to go ahead and watch that. You can do all other sorts of things. You could send a link to a sales page on a website. You could give them a promotion, like a promo code. You could have pre-launch information on a new product so they kind of feel ahead of the game, and you're also able to build up an email list that you can let them know more about that before it launches. And you could also provide a freebie. Freebies are phenomenal. They are one of the greatest ways to get people in your sales funnel and more engaged with your brand. So a freebie could be kind of anything. Typically, they are some form of a PDF document that you can create in Canva, perfectly beautiful, well-designed with their amazing templates. And a freebie will be giving people some information that isn't really a big deal to you, but it is quite helpful and valuable to them. So we have a number of freebies that we offer from high season side. We have an Instagram checklist, which is an overall checklist, just looking top to bottom from the name in the bio to the bio itself to the feed and pin posts and the whole thing. We have an Instagram ads checklist, so some of the best practices when you are creating an ad to make sure that you're not missing anything. And we also have a Reels checklist, which kind of does similar type of thing, but focuses specifically on Reels. All of those freebies generate email addresses for us with which we can then go and remarket to, which is really handy. Almost any business can come up with something. I feel like if you're creative enough, you'll be able to come up with some sort of a freebie. And that allows you to offer up that freebie. That's the link that Manychat can send to them. And then they just put in their email address and then they'll be delivered that freebie. It's a really great process. So how can you use Manychat to generate more comments and DMs? So we're going to do a quick walkthrough of the process that we specifically use at High Season with the example I gave earlier on how you can generate more of those comments and then lead people to your DMs. Now you're gonna hit the link in the description. It'll be right there, and you can use the code High Season for a free 30-day trial of their Pro plan, just so you can see all the Pro features. There is a free plan, but that is a little restricted, but you're gonna wanna see the Pro features because that's what we're gonna use today. So make sure you use that code High Season when you check out, and we're gonna get into it. Alrighty, so you're now looking at the main screen when you log in of Manychat. So there are different ways to go about it, and we're going to keep it as simple as possible today because we want this to be as applicable and actionable for you guys as, you know, don't want any barriers to you guys getting into it. And it is quite simple. So what we're going to do, we're going to go to the left-hand side here and you see the automation menu. So we're going to click on that and you're going to see a whole bunch of existing automations that we currently have. You can actually create a flow that you actually put it all together as you go and kind of like completely customize it. But they actually have a series of fantastic templates that are going to make our lives so much easier. So we're actually going to rock with that here. So we're going to go up to the top right. We're going to hit new flow. They're going to bring up the templates immediately. Now, under the top part here, under recommended, there's three major ones. So, you know, you can convert your Instagram comments into sales. That's the one we're going to use, but you got other things, Instagram stories to generate leads, show off your site to new visitors. There's a whole bunch of other templates that they've already got. There's like 15, 20 there, which is amazing. So we're going to click on this one here, convert your Instagram comments into sales. So it's going to tell you exactly what it does. And on the right-hand side here, it's going to actually show you the example. Somebody's typing the word checklist, and then it's going to show you the DM that they had created. So very, very cool. So I'm going to hit setup template. Now, keep in mind, as you progress with your automation skills, you're going to be able to very easily create something a little more bespoke and custom. The templates are the best way to get you started and to get you rolling and to get this thing working. And once you see the power of Manychat, you're really going to want to dive in and learn more. But the easiest way to start, and that's what we did, we started with the templates. And to be honest, we mostly use the templates because that's where we're at with in our Manychat journey. That's what we're using mostly, and it's working so well for us. I can foresee us really starting to customize and maybe even dabbling with different templates when we want to do other things that it can do. So this is just barely scratching the surface. It's incredibly robust and there's so much happening. Even if you're just beginning, I mean, obviously right here on the screen, they've got a link to a YouTube video that's going to have a tutorial that you can watch to get you going and to maybe explain it in a bit more detail, which is super handy. So you've got two different things. Really, everything starts with a trigger, what you actually want people to do. And once they do that, then what happens? And then obviously the second part here is the DM that comes from there. So we're going to click on the when box right here. It's going to pop open something on the left-hand side and user comments on your posts or reel. They've already selected it because it's already in the template. That's the one we want. If you want a different trigger, you can just click new trigger right here, and that's going to allow you to move into something different and then to customize it. So this is where we're going to customize it. So we're looking at the Pro plan right here, and a reply message will be sent when a follower leaves a comment on a specific post or reel, any post or reel, or the next post or reel. So basically what we do is any post or reel, and that's one of the Pro features. And the reason why we do that is that we might want to use this again in future to send the same thing. Now, the example I'm going to give you today is the one that I used earlier with the new Instagram updates video. So when we do a future updates video, which we tend to do a bunch of, I'm going to use a different trigger word to get that going. But if you've got something like a freebie that I was talking about and you want to continue to post about that freebie to promote it, you don't have to set this up again. You just have it set up from the beginning and you're all good to go. So we're going to choose that one. And then the second part is the comment contains specific words or contains any words. Obviously we want specific words. So comments include the word here, I'm going to put updates. Whoops, I can't spell, can I? Updates. Alrighty. Checklist, I'm going to get rid of that because that was just one we used in the past. So updates right there. And we're going to do a public auto response in the feed. So what this does is generate more comments. So you can actually create new responses to when someone comments checklist, it can auto respond in different ways. So I can actually set up, say, 3 of these and it will cycle through them. So it's not just the exact same comments. So then it doesn't feel like a bot is actually responding to you. So I'm going to do a couple things like, thanks so much, check your DMs, and then maybe a little eye emoji. Then I'm going to be like, amazing, just slid in those DMs. And then I'll be like, get ready to learn about some IG updates. Whoops, there we go. So there's a few of them, and what it's going to do, like I said, is just cycle through those, and you can set up as many as you like. So then you're going to hit save. So that is the first section all figured out. That's the when. So we've set up the type of post that is going to be triggered by a specific keyword. In this example, we've chosen the word updates. Now we're going to set up what happens next. So we're going to be looking at the Instagram DM reply. So we're going to click on that. What we can do here is actually customize the DM to do whatever we need it to do. So hey, this is like the basic one. It's a little generic for us. And we're like, we hear you're interested in Instagram updates. Then you can put the eyeballs again. Here is your link. When the button is pressed, it brings that to the URL for the video. And we go here and we customize that there. And we'd be like, watch the video. And then you're good to go. And there's no additional actions there. So there's another thing called a quick reply. So you would actually have it in a text block without the button. So you'd almost be like, hey, are you interested in watching our new video? And you could say like, yes, I am, or not today. And then they hit yes. And then the next one is in that. So it depends if you want to bring them on a bit of a journey with you. You don't have to do that, but this, once again, is a very robust program. Manychat is phenomenal with all the different things that you can do here. Now, once you're all done with that, you actually can just hit set live at the top there. So I don't want to do that right now just because we don't actually want to do it this way for this particular video. I just thought that would be a good example. But once it's all done, you're good to go. It's just so handy. Such a great way to generate. Now, another thing you can even do, obviously when people comment the word, say updates, you get that auto reply. Sometimes they even respond like, hey, thanks. And then you can go back and double, and keep that conversation going. So that's the live comments that you can continue to get into conversations with, but then you can do the exact same thing in the DM as well. And another good thing, you could follow up and just say, hey, how did you go with that video? Did you have any questions? Or how did you go with that freebie? Happy to answer anything. It's really, really been a fantastic addition to our Instagram strategy. And it's something that we're really focusing on lately. We have really been going hard with all different things, with freebies, with our YouTube membership, with different parts of our business, our digital products. And Manychat has helped so much. It's really allowed us to automate the process and to generate more engagement on our videos, and allowed us to do that without having to use any manpower as such. So we were able to use our team to go and do other more important things, where Manychat can just take care of all those automations, but making it not feel like an automation. And that's the beauty. That's the thing we love about it the most. If you do it right, it can be authentic, because you saw that I wrote that response comment. I wrote a series of them. If I was doing this for real, I would probably write like 5 or 6 of them, really, to give a lot of different ones. So then even if I only get 5 or 6 responses, every single person at least gets a different one. And it's written in the voice of the brand. Like, we write the captions, we do all of this for high season. So it makes more sense for us to write this personally and to keep it authentic. And the same with the DM. I think the best, at least if you're starting to use it, keep it simple, and then you just keep playing with it. And they've just made the whole system so easy. So would highly recommend, if you've got something to sell and you're really, you've got a small business, you're a creator with something to sell, I would highly recommend that you give Manychat a go. I can't rave about it enough. So once again, link is in the description. Use that to sign up and use the code HIGHSEASON for a free month trial of the Pro plan. That's what I would really love to emphasize here, is try that Pro plan. It's got a whole bunch of other features, and you just need to kind of see at scale what Manychat can do before really committing to it as well, and you actually see that the pro plan is so robust and there's so much that you can do, like you're probably not going to want to switch back to the free version. So with that, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hit that thumbs up, hit subscribe, and much love to Manychat for sponsoring this video, and we'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.